name is Cynthia Cooper. I'm formerly of the Houston Comets. We won the first 4 WNBA championships, and here in Canada, teaching basketball.
I've heard you talk about kind of the disconnect between the WNBA and NCAA, and how in the recent past few drafts that bridge has kind of been being built. What is building it, and why was there this big disconnect before, do you think?
Yeah, I think there was a big disconnect for the fans, the collegiate fans versus the professional fans. And the league was so young, they hadn't really bridged that gap and had ownership from transitioning players from the college level to the professional level. And I think this excitement that has been generated around NCAA basketball lately in the last 3-4 years has really kept those fans, and those fans now want to see those exact same players play professionally. And so it's fun to watch, and it's absolutely fun to be a part of.
So with modern NCAA, women's NCAA, I see a lot of players training with NBA players, WNBA players, other college men's teams. Was it like that when you were in college?
The thing is when you get to a certain level of elite, you want to get better, but you can't always rely on the people that you're practicing with every single day. So you go find other ways to get better. For me, it was playing with guys. I had to learn things that I wouldn't have otherwise learned just playing with peers and playing with people of my skill set. And I think that's what you see nowadays. You see players now learning to play earlier, getting to a certain level and wanting to be better. And so they go seek out other ways to get better. You see them working out with even pros. So I love to see that because I love the growth of basketball.
I've heard you talk about your time coming off the bench and kind of working your way up into a starting position. What would you tell people who are in that similar position?
Yeah, even though you're not a starter and you might not be getting the minutes you want, just know that all you have to do is put in the work. When you're willing to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I have 1, 2, 3 shortcomings, and I'm going to work on one thing every single practice and get that down, then work on the next thing. And before you know it, not only are you playing, but you're in the starting 5. And you might even be the go-to player, because it's those types of players that coaches are looking for. They're not looking for the player that pouts because they're on the bench or wants more playing time but hasn't earned it. They want those players that have earned that time, that have put in the work, and that are ready to excel out on the court.
Okay, and how do you, as a player, identify those skills that you may need to be working on?
I think you identify those by kind of knowing yourself. You've got to look at film and see what you're doing right, and every player has them. It's all about not being perfect. It's about coming into a gym, making a mistake, making an adjustment, and getting better.